wash out the other day? Yeah, it's obviously the last opportunity before going into the first official game, so it's just another opportunity in terms of our fielding and ball. We have played a lot of cricket compared to all the other sides in the world. So we need to prepare differently. We need to approach the tournament differently. The fact that we're playing on the 5th gives us more days than the other teams. So we're not too worried about what happens with the other team from the shoulder injury he got. Vijay Shankar is fine. He had a
very good morning from Cardiff to Michael Slater was there at the top. This is Michael Clark next to me.
Morning, Sanjay. Morning to all of our viewers. And yeah, very strong Indian squad. There's no doubt about it. You look through that lineup. There's plenty of options with the bat. So important they get some runs under their belt today. Then for Bangladesh, again, continue to improve. Lots of all-rounders, some good experience. I think for Bangladesh, it's going to be the experience. It's just going to be the experienced players that lead from the front.
Yeah, you've got to take that into account. You look at Bangladesh and you think it's not one of the stronger teams, but experience-wise, it's one team that's right up there. A lot of work for Shikhar Dhawan, Rohit Sharma. They'll have to bat first. Let's have a look at the pitch. We've got Michael Slater and Saurav Ganguly with the pitch report. Well, the Cardiff weather is 13 degrees, so a little bit nippy for the players. We're hoping for the sun to shine and a top of 17, 18 today. It is quickly 61 metres back towards the pavilion and 70 metres down the grounds. As we saw with the South African Sri Lankan game, there is a little bit of greenness to it, some grass. Saurav Ganguly, lovely to see you.
Good morning, Michael.
What do you make of the pitch?
Bit of pace. It's a good toss to win for Bangladesh in these conditions, but it's just that kind of a surface where you would look to pitch the ball up early on, get the new ball to swing and seam early on. As I said, a good toss to win. There will be help for the quicks early on, but as
of a good length, so it was the short length that did the damage. But there's no doubt, as Saurav says, if you're bowling a full length, you give every chance of swing and a little bit of seam to grab the outside edge. So all in all, it's a big day out for both.
Fight your way in when you bat, and it's always going to help on flatter pitches.
All right, so a little bit chilly out here, but the pitch looks good. Both sides need to get that winning feeling. You can see Virat Kohli was clearly disappointed. The last match gave them a stiff challenge. They didn't bat too well, but today he was really hoping to bowl first.
Yeah, I still don't think it's a bad thing for India, Sanjay. I think their batsmen are good enough. There's no doubt about it. A bit of a challenge if there's some movement. I think for all of our viewers, is both teams get out there and we get a full game. I think individually, batsmen are going to want to hit, bowlers are going to want to bowl, but both teams will want to put on a 100-over performance.
You're right. Could be a blessing in disguise. It's grey. The pitch is, I think it's going to be too paced. Got patchy grass on it. And warm-up matches or not, you'll see a lot of Indian fans come and take every seat on the ground. It's a small ground. Not every seat to be warm today.
I think the other positive for India is the runs that have been scored on this pitch before. South Africa, 338 when they batted here. So again, yes, Bangladesh might be able to get a little bit of movement. We're looking to try and pick up a few wickets early, but Shikhar Dhawan and Rohit Sharma, two class players. They need to find a way to get through that period because they're going to experience that throughout this World Cup. Difficult for the top three batsmen. That's why I feel this is great preparation for India.
We can confirm that Vijay Shankar is fit to play and likely to take part in today's match. The bad news and not so good news is Kedar Jadhav.
Coach from India particularly, or do you think this might have been a good opportunity for them to work out what is their first 11 and pick that for today's game?
I don't know, because Australia actually named 12. Aaron Finch, I remember saying to do it, but India have a few loose ends to tie. But I don't think ever before in any World Cup that India has gone into a World Cup tournament not sure about their number 4 and 5. They've always had a settled batting.
Virat Kohli's not moving from number 3. He's got Shikhar Dhawan, Rohit Sharma and Kohli at number 3. You're right, they're looking for that number 4. Is it KL Rahul? Is it Vijay Shankar as their options? Is it MS Dhoni as an option? MS Dhoni ideally would be a great number 5. And then who do they go with at number 6? Do they go with the all-rounder in someone like Vijay Shankar? or if Jadab's fit, do they go to him? And then obviously the importance of Hardik Pandya in this tournament.
But you were just talking off air as well that you'd like to see another kind of a pure batsman at number 6 and then beg your pardon, Hardik Pandya at 7 because very high tech these covers.
Yeah, I agree, Sanjay. I do believe Hardik is the perfect number 7. I think he's that X factor for India. And I think if he's down at him in at number 4, you can send him in at number 6. I think he's that type of player. He's like Glenn Maxwell for Australia. He's the X factor that you wait and see the right time and get him in and allow him to play his natural game. And
102 runs for Hardik, so he has that hitting ability. He's an interesting player, really talented with the bat. Maybe then Dhoni could be that batsman, who could bat at number 5 and 6 and play like
in the IPL. We've seen it over a long period of time, don't get me wrong, but we got a real indication this IPL of how important he was for Chennai, and I think it's going to be no doubt in this tournament. I think Virat will use him in control of that inner ring, and his knowledge as well. The way he controls an innings, the way he sets himself and the team up to try and get victory. I just think that is underrated, to be honest. I really think he finds a way, and I don't think there's anybody else in the world game still that finishes a match like him with the bat in hand.
And it's hazardous to actually venture a prediction when he's going in that 20 runs in the last over and he manages to do that. So that's something that I've realized. We are supposed to be cricketing experts and have views and supposed to be expert at all aspects of the game, but that's Dhoni's domain. Knows that area of the game better than anyone else who's played the game.
Yeah, handling pressure is what's going to be the difference in this World Cup. And I think it's been the same for every World Cup or every major CMS. And a lot of the senior players in every team, every squad, it's their job. It's their role to take that responsibility and that accountability to be there when the team is under pressure. A lot of people think you can't win from that situation, and you...
That they could win, went in with that kind of a mindset, and it was the captain, Imran Khan. Nobody else believed they had a shot at it, but he was just sort of almost brainwashed into believing that his team could win, and the way they started up in the warm, affecting the rest of the team. And this is what I got to know from Ramiz Raja, who was part of that World Cup winning team. So in this Indian team, you've got Virat Kohli, Mahendra Singh Dhoni with the same mindset. They've been on the world stage before. They know how to be world champions. Australia, as the 2 umpires come out, and of course the best of the ICC umpires will be featuring in this tournament as well. And warm-up matches, let's not forget, warm-up games for the umpires as well. Hands in pocket.
Hands warm. Very hard on days like today, 12, 13 degrees, a little bit of wind, that cold wind when you're fielding in slip, and that brand new white ball comes off the edge and you've got to catch it. Cold hands is not a good place.
When they forged that partnership for the first time, Rohit Sharma and Shikhar Dhawan together in a Champions Trophy, it was a wild card played by Dhoni, who got Rohit Sharma to open with Shikhar Dhawan, and Hassan, all of them well into their 101 international. Tamim Iqbal is there. He won't be fielding, just batting, I guess. That's a dream job for a lot of players.
Yeah, that's where you want to be as a batsman. Sit off the ground until bat. Very successful together. 2 really good individual players, but I think they need to get some confidence and need to get some rhythm together. Both of them. I think India would like to see them make at least 50 each today going into that first. He's going to come good. There's no doubt through this tournament he's going to be one of the leading run scorers if India has success. But I think these 2 set the foundation for India.
Of the bat, which was quite strange in many ways, perhaps trying to overcompensate from their memories of last visits to England, being out in the slips, which happens when you play inside the line. So both Rohit Sharma's numbers tell you exactly what he's capable of doing. He's got the best numbers in this format. Shikhar Dhawan